start of the season to all our wonderful viewers out there. A warm welcome to ArtHouse. I'm Melinda Akinlami. It's the time of the year where we give, show love, and have new beginnings. That's reflected in the art world as well. From the Fobally Art World Africa exhibition in Lagos, then we head to Edo State for the Red Book opening show at the Thought Pyramid Art Center. We have that and more when we return in a moment. Do stay with us.
The information age is too busy to observe little things in nature. The artist has a duty to draw attention to these details of nature, for very often, the answers we seek are in the details provided by nature.
Our first feature begins in Benin City, the Edo State capital, where amazing works of art done in an array of media have been showcased at this opening exhibition at the Thought Pyramid Art Center.
Art lovers found their way to the Thought Pyramid Art Center in Benin City, the Edo State capital, to appreciate these quintessential works of art. The curator tells us the idea behind stretching his tentacles to the heartbeat of the nation, and is quite upbeat about the potential for success of this outfit, which is more of a homecoming for him to a destination already renowned for its art and culture.
I can say at first I'm a Benin boy. I was actually born and brought up in Benin, and with what we've seen in the repatriation of art to EMOA and the governor's support for the creatives endeared me back to my city. With this platform in the ancient city of Benin, I think it's like an awakening for the younger artists to have a platform to actually improve on their art. With this same platform, we'll be able to promote them and document the younger artists. And I think it's a good idea of how it's coming to Benin.
Red Book here deals with royalty. It deals with royalty, and it has to do with African culture, especially the Benin culture. So it has to come to play. Benin culture came to play in my own mind. I said, okay, Red Book should depict, things to do with the royal family and the royal entourage and all the cultural aspect of Benin Kingdom. They have to come into play, like the beads, the dressings, the uguakpatas, like what those people are wearing. I mean, wearing their head do. We call it uguakpata. So that's why I brought it all up like that. Then the artwork that is there, that one is another work that depicts the real deep Benin culture. You understand? I call it Igiogbe.
As expected, some of the amazing images depict Benin royalty and tradition. The use of the color red is quite prominent, and the story behind some of these works of art are intriguing.
It's the popularity of the culture, the dress code and everything. The ones that you see when they do wedding is just a kind of dress form. It's not as deep as the one that I represent here. You understand? Those ones is just like fashion. For the period, they use it to represent, hey, this is Edo culture, this is Edo wedding, the dress, like the royalties too, but they are not really royalties, just to represent the culture, to promote the culture. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You understand? Because in other climes, people try to represent their culture by wearing things that, if they can afford it, they can wear things that the royalties wear too. But there are sometimes, like in Ghana, for example, if you go to the Oba's palace, you can't dress more than the Oba. You understand? So that anybody that is visiting will dress moderately, but they will still use the same beads, the same dressing and everything.
What I've seen is Benin talent, Benin art, Benin history, the culture being brought to life in the most vivid way possible through art. It's memorable, it's eternal, and it's vibrant. And whoever Nelson Oko is, he has done an amazing job.
Veteran artist Jim Obraimo is one of the visitors to this center. He's around to show support to this novel vision, which has become a reality.
I can say I'm delighted to be in Benin. Since 1973 that I came to Benin to mount a mosaic mural at the museum, I have not been to Benin until today. So that's about 50 or 60 years back that I came to Benin to mount the mosaic mural. So I'm delighted to be in Benin again through the gospel, the invitation given to me by my good friend.
We have programs that has to do with Catch Them Young. We have the workshop that we conduct with various schools, from the primary schools to secondary, and we've been organizing competition for young artists. And we believe with this platform we can actually train, educate, and the enlightenment will come as well of art education. So the appreciation comes after that.
These array of works of art have been displayed in this opening exhibition called Red Book at the Thought Pyramid Center, Edo State.
Lovely works of art there, I tell you. And we have more when ArtHouse returns in a moment. Do stay with us.
Our wordsmith for this week is by John King Ayonfe, titled One Is Come. The mortally nature of mortals dwell. In ego, mortals proudly brag. For that success their lives flow divinely mortal. He that was born stationed within fleshes which breeds iniquities for fun. This king left his throne to a sin-stinking land. Unrepentant, mortals make iniquities flood their sand. This terrestrial habitation needs salvation and restitution, that all be salvaged from perpetual condemnation. Woe to the victory of death! One is come who bears the iniquities of earth. Love is born, comfort is given, salvation is here. Here is our victory over every fear. He who is not mortal became mortal. Oh, born in a manger, humility was preached at birth. Oh, great he who yet lowered himself for the goal that indeed he may salvage every lost soul. He broke the altar and steel of lamentation. Hallelujah! In his name is our celebration. He has carved for us every day to show love, and not just in a season to show love.
And these are the works of art he sent in recently. Let's begin with this one by Innocent Chikeze. It's called A Good Mood, and most of us are in high spirits this time of the year. It's done with acrylic on canvas. Then Raji Folorunsho has Sisi Oge, done with mixed media. This acrylic on canvas piece is called African Beauty by Ojo Oluwadare. Then Adelani Adedoyin is showing us what happens before the party, a thread on canvas piece. Silent Peace is what Agbola Emmanuel is wishing everyone this time of the year with this acrylic on canvas work. While Esther Oyeyemi is sending everyone some cuddly treasures with this acrylic on canvas piece. Mend the root is what Ndubuzo Moses is saying with this mixed media painting on canvas. Then Antion Hart has this oil on paper work called Jesus Peace. Here's the reason for the season. That's according to this artist. Then Jerome Amadou is encouraging all workaholics, especially career women, to pause and relax and enjoy this time of the year with this piece done with acrylic on canvas called Career Woman. And those are the works of art you sent in recently. Thank you so much for sending them in. And we do encourage you to keep them coming. Let's know the new things you'd like to see in 2024. This is another opening exhibition, but this time it's taking place at the Fobally Art World Africa in Lagos.
Rolling the drums to celebrate a new dawn. That's what the Fobally Art World Africa is doing. It has got renowned artist Dr. Kunle Adeyemi moving to the beat of jubilation. After being involved in many projects over the years, the gallery finally has a place to call home. Somewhere these images can breathe freely and be admired by the art community.
Fobally Art Gallery is actually a subset of Fobally Art World Africa. Fobally Art World Africa is a platform to promote African art and African artists. And for us to be able to promote African art and African artists globally, we need an art gallery to do that. Because Fobally Art Foundation has done a lot of activity. So that's what necessitates Fobally Art Gallery, and which we are opening today.
This is an opening exhibition to officially display the contemporary works of art in its collection, one that cuts across generations.
I work on impressionistic art, and I make use of different materials like acrylic, oil color, watercolor, and different medium. So, but the one I have here, I used acrylic on a textured canvas. I tend to texturize, like the one behind me. I gave it a texture before building up my painting, and I used local shaft, local rice. I don't know if you local rice, the shaft. After these are waste product material, so I intend to use it for my painting. So that's what I've been using to give my work a kind of impasto. So, and I work on things happening around me, my environment, even about myself, my story, and most of the things that probably I've experienced.
For the gallery, the goal is to create an online and on-site platform for African graduate artists to display their skills and up their talents by working with other global professionals.
We all need to come together to promote African art and African artists. They go hand in hand. And as Fobally Art World Africa has taken this burden on itself to promote them for local visibility, national visibility, and international visibility. We all cannot do it all alone. And so we need the support of the governments. We need the support of institutions to be able to achieve this.
This is the first major exhibition of this house, and so we chose the title Open House for this exhibition because it's to declare the exhibition open, to declare this space open for exhibitions. It's also to let you know that there are so many talented artists in the country today, and we have given this opportunity to them to showcase their works in this gallery. If you look around what we have today, we have some emerging artists, but we also have artists that have stood the test of time. Artists like Dr. Kunle Adeyemi. We also have someone like Onobrakweya. We have Olojo. These are artists that have stood the test of time. They have been working very hard, and they've been brought in as part of what we are showcasing. But we also have emerging artists who have shown a lot of strength in their works. They deserve a place in society. So it's a variety of things because they have used various mediums or various media for their works.
From paintings done in an array of media to sculptural pieces, new media, installations, nothing is off the table, especially as it regards creative and modern African art, which has an intriguing storyline.
My work sometimes are social, sometimes religious, sometimes psychological, and sometimes it could be mundane. So I work around all these areas of life. For instance, this is my work. I call it the ended in praise. It's a metaphor work, and everything about this work shows that after the turmoil, and when one is dedicated to whatever he's doing, and he prays to God, and he has his mind in it and work hard for it, eventually there will be a song of praise at the end of the day. There's no magic about it, So if you're dedicated, you work hard, and you do what you should do, before you know it, the end of the tunnel, there's always a light. So I actually use it, it's a religious, it's a philosophical work, but again, I am encouraging people, to work hard so that there will be praise at the end of the day.
I focus on landscape and also figures, human figure, and sometimes I do wildlife. So, and sometimes I use my art to address political issues. All right. So, like this painting on my back, when people see it, they see more than a child. But I use the relationship between the mother and the child to represent the relationship that ought to exist between the government and the citizens. As you can see, the child feels so relaxed and feels safe under the mother, and the mother is actually smiling. She's happy to have the child with her. So the mother is actually responsible for the well-being of the child. So I use this to actually portray what we are expecting from the government.
When you look at today's event, it is a kind of a gathering of masters, because when you look at the work on display, you could see the originality, the dexterity of the artist, and the medium used by various artists. You can see the masterly approach of all the artists in this exhibition. So Fobally open house exhibition is a very, very a welcome idea, especially at this time of the year.
Preservation of the continent's rich artistic history is also at the heart of this gallery. That's why it's passionate about nurturing future professionals while showing already established ones.
And it gets even more exciting on the next episode of the program.
Coming up on ArtHouse next week. We see the pictures that made it to the 14th edition of the Lagos Photo Festival with the theme, Ground State Fellowship Within the Uncanny. Then the beauty of aquatic splendor is revealed in these works of art displayed at the 2nd edition of the African Maritime Art Exhibition in Lagos. We encourage you to keep liking, sharing, and viewing our page so more people can enjoy the ever-bubbly and ingenious art scene in the country.
Your ArtHouse experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of ArtHouse on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on ArtHouse on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's ArtHouse today. Thank you so much for being great company, and I look forward to interacting with you more on our various social media platforms. As we count down to the new year, let's know the new things you would like to see on the program. I'm Melinda Akinlami, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.